Hey everyone, and welcome back. Have you ever felt completely drained? Like you're constantly running on empty, pulled in a million different directions, always saying yes when every part of you screams no? Maybe you sacrifice your own plans to help a friend move again. Or you take on yet another project at work, even though your plate is already overflowing. Do you regularly put other people's priorities ahead of your own, leaving you feeling unhappy, stressed, and exhausted? If that sounds like you, you're not alone. So many of us struggle with the simple, powerful word, no. We fear it, we avoid it, and when we finally manage to say it, we're often instantly hit with a wave of guilt. But what if I told you that learning to say no isn't selfish? What if I told you it's one of the most important skills you can develop to reclaim your time, energy, and mental peace? And what if there was an art to doing it gracefully, without feeling like a jerk? That's exactly what we're diving into today, drawing powerful insights from the incredible book, The Art of Saying No. Get ready to stand your ground, prioritize your life, and refuse to be taken for granted, all without the crushing weight of guilt. First, let's get real. Why is saying no so incredibly difficult for so many of us? The author of The Art of Saying No breaks down the unhealthy reasons we instinctively say yes when we know we should say no. Understanding these is the crucial first step toward freedom. Perhaps you desperately want to avoid offending people. You've seen that furrowed brow, the tight lips, maybe even heard, "That's rude," and it makes you feel like you've done something wrong. But here's the truth the book reveals. As long as you are respectful and candid, you are not responsible for any offense someone takes. Often, their reaction stems from their own insecurities, internalizing your no as a personal rejection, not a reflection of your circumstances. Realizing this can be incredibly liberating. Maybe it's the fear of disappointing people. You hate seeing that sad look on someone's face, feeling that gut punch of guilt like you've let them down. But ask yourself, were their expectations of your time and availability realistic or fair to begin with? Disappointment comes from unmet expectations, and if those expectations were unrealistic, their disappointment isn't your fault or your responsibility. Acknowledging this gives you the courage to stop accommodating every single request. Then there's the desire to avoid seeming selfish. We want to be seen as good, caring, and helpful. Saying yes feels like the right thing to do. But here's the paradigm shift. Every time you say yes to someone, you are saying no to someone or something else. That someone else might be your family, your personal goals, your rest, or even your own health. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. Prioritizing your needs first is the most responsible thing you can do, ensuring you have the time, energy, and inclination to truly help others effectively in the long run. Think of the oxygen mask on a plane. You secure your own first so you can help others. Some of us are driven by a deep desire to help others. It feels good knowing we've made a positive difference. This can be addictive, leading us to ignore our own needs in search of people to care for. While helping is honorable, your resources are limited. You are responsible for yourself and those who depend on you, like your immediate family. The best way to help others long-term is to ensure your needs are met first. Self-care has a higher priority than giving care. Low self-esteem plays a significant role for many. If you struggle with a low self-image, you might mistakenly believe your time, goals, and interests are less valuable than others. This makes saying no incredibly difficult. But the good news? Saying no with purpose and grace can actually improve your self-worth. Each time you do it, you affirm that your priorities are just as important. The universal desire to be liked also pushes us to say yes. We crave approval and acceptance. Saying no feels like abandoning an opportunity for validation. But constantly seeking external approval can lead to resentment. The book promises that learning to say no with purpose will actually improve your status in the eyes of others, earning you respect and trust instead of being seen as a doormat. Similarly, we might say yes to appear valuable. We enjoy feeling relevant and important. This can make us seek opportunities to prove our worth, even if it means taking on tasks that aren't the best use of our limited time. Again, constantly helping people for the wrong reasons, like seeking external validation of your value, reinforces a bad habit that leads to bitterness. Then there's the fear of missing out, FOMO. We say yes to opportunities because we're afraid that declining them will cost us something valuable, whether it's career advancement or a rewarding experience. Social media exacerbates this, making us feel we need to constantly collect experiences to post about. The ironic result? We stretch ourselves too thin on inconsequential things and end up feeling unfocused, frustrated, and unhappy. Learning to say no allows you to discriminate and say yes to the opportunities that are truly rewarding and aligned with your goals. Some persistent requesters might even resort to emotional bullying. They use tactics like yelling, swearing, threats, insults, or humiliation to make you feel guilty, fearful, or ashamed, hoping you'll give in to stop the abuse. Remember, they know they're being manipulative. Recognizing this frees you to stand your ground and remain resolute, seeing their behavior as a reflection of their flaws, not a reason to question your decision. Finally, many of us are simply averse to conflict. Saying yes is the quick way to avoid a potential showdown. We might have learned this over years of negative feedback about saying no. But constantly capitulating reinforces the false idea that your feelings and priorities are less important than others. The book teaches that conflict isn't always bad. It's often just the expression of contradictory views. And for many, saying yes is simply an ingrained habit. It's a learned behavior, often developed in childhood to gain approval or social inclusion. It becomes automatic, done on autopilot. But habits, even deep-seated ones, can be unlearned. So, now that we understand the why, let's explore the how. The art of saying no offers practical strategies to help you decline requests with grace and confidence. Strategy number 1, be direct and straightforward. Don't waffle or give mixed messages like maybe, but I'm kinda busy. That just invites pressure and negotiation. Be clear and candid about your inability or unwillingness to help. It's not rude. It's often appreciated because it lets the requester know they should look elsewhere. Having a brief, honest reason can help. It justifies your decision as reasoned and practical, making it less likely to be taken as a personal rejection. Strategy number 2, don't stall for time. Avoid saying, "Can I get back to you?" or "Let me think about it." Stalling strings people along, makes you appear indecisive, and prolongs the uncomfortable situation. A direct no is sincere, shows respect, and prevents the request from hanging over your head. Strategy number 3, replace no with another word. Since the word no can be difficult for some to hear due to its finality or perceived rejection, you can soften the blow by communicating the same message differently. Phrases like, "I can't commit to that right now because I'd like to help you, but I'm swamped with this project right now," or explaining a prior commitment convey your inability without using the word no itself. Strategy number 4, resist the urge to offer excuses. It's tempting to make up a lie. "My car's in the shop, I threw out my back." But this leads to guilt and risks your reputation if the lie is discovered. Worse, it opens the door to endless negotiations. "Can you help me tomorrow then?" Be direct with a simple refusal, perhaps followed by a brief honest reason, but avoid fabricating excuses. Strategy number 5, take ownership of your decision. Avoid saying, "I can't." This implies external constraints are forcing your hand. Over time, this language can make you feel powerless, as if you're not truly in control of your choices. Instead,
Use phrasing that expresses your will, like "I don't want to" or "I'm going to pass." This is an affirmation of your personal authority and strengthens your confidence. Strategy number 6. Ask the requester to follow up later. This isn't stalling, but a genuine way to revisit a request when you have more time to assess. For example, "I don't have time to help you right now, but check in with me after 4 p.m. This puts the onus on them and allows
you to decide later if you have the bandwidth, without obligating yourself. It shows you care without overcommitting. Strategy number 7. Avoid lying about your availability. Similar to resisting excuses, fabricating reasons, "I have a doctor's appointment," erodes your personal authority and trains you to fear others' judgment. Be honest about your reasons, even if it's simply, "I don't want to drive to the airport because I can't stand freeway traffic." Being direct and honest while courteous shows respect and builds your sense of personal agency. Strategy number 8. Offer an alternative. Nobody likes being left hanging. When declining, offer another option, whether it's suggesting another person who might help, proposing a different timeline, or offering a reduced scope of help if the request involves multiple tasks. This shows goodwill and lessens disappointment. Strategy number 9. Suggest another person who's better qualified. Sometimes you're simply not the best person for the job. Referring the requester to someone with more expertise or relevant experience is a win-win. It helps them get the help they need and frees you up. You can even suggest someone who shares their interest, like referring a friend who wants to golf to another friend who loves golf. Strategy number 10. Describe your lack of bandwidth. This is a powerful way to explain why you can't help without making it personal or inviting negotiation. Detail your existing commitments and workload to show that you literally do not have the time available. This makes it clear your refusal stems from practical constraints, not a rejection of the person. In addition to these core strategies, the art of saying no offers powerful bonus tactics. Bonus strategy number 1. Be resolute. Some people will push back and refuse to take no for an answer. Don't second-guess yourself. Stand your ground. You can acknowledge their pushiness. "I know you dislike hearing no, but I'm not going to change my mind." Or ask pointed questions to make them justify their request. It's okay to be more assertive if they persist. Your directness isn't rude. It simply clarifies your position. Bonus strategy. Number 2. Be courteous. Even when faced with rudeness, remaining polite is crucial for managing how others perceive you and protecting your relationships. Assertiveness and courtesy work together. Confidently stating your position while showing respect reduces the likelihood of a hostile reaction. Bonus strategy. 3. Confront your fear of missing out, FOMO. Recognize when FOMO is driving your yes. Pause and evaluate if the opportunity is truly valuable or just something you're doing out of anxiety. Accept that many opportunities are a waste of time and energy, and have the courage to say no even if it means missing out on something potentially small. Bonus strategy. 4. Say no by category. If you receive similar requests frequently, e.g., help with accounting at work, helping friends move, decide to say no to that entire category of requests. Inform people of your decision. This sets expectations and removes the need to evaluate each request individually. People will learn not to ask you for that type of help, and it feels less like a personal rejection. The strategies in The Art of Saying No apply to all areas of your life. The book provides specific guidance for saying no to your extended family, spouse, children, friends, neighbors, co-workers, boss, clients, and even strangers. Whether it's setting clear boundaries with persistent relatives, communicating your dislikes and convictions to your spouse to build mutual respect, standing your ground with children to teach them no means no, or being honest and offering alternatives to friends and clients, the principles remain the same. Be assertive, be courteous, be honest, and prioritize your own needs and resources. Even saying no to strangers, while easier for some, can be challenging due to guilt. Identifying your values regarding helping strangers, being honest about discomfort or limitations, and using the say no by category rule can help. Finally, the book reminds us of the importance of saying no to ourselves. We face constant temptations, skipping the gym, frivolous spending, procrastination, gossip, mindless scrolling, that distract us from our goals. A powerful technique is using I don't statements. Instead of I can't eat donuts, say I don't eat donuts. This frames your resistance as a declaration of who you are and the choices you make. Building willpower. Learning to say no isn't about being difficult or mean. It's about recognizing that your time, energy, and interests are valuable. It's about setting healthy boundaries. It's about freeing yourself to pursue your goals and live a more fulfilling life. Remember, saying yes to multiple small requests can cumulatively swallow up your most productive hours. The ability to decline requests with confidence and without guilt is a skill, like a muscle, that gets stronger with practice. Start small. Decline low-risk requests, like offers from retail clerks. Gradually move to higher-risk situations as your confidence grows. Apply these strategies consistently. By mastering the art of saying no, you'll not only reclaim your life but also inspire greater respect from those around you. You're not a bad person for prioritizing yourself. You're simply managing your limited resources sensibly. Are you ready to vanquish your inner people pleaser? To finally align your decisions with your own needs and convictions? The journey starts with practice. Take the insights you've gained from the art of saying no and commit to applying them today. Even small steps will make a difference, building your confidence and paving the way for a life where you are in control, respected, and finally have the time and energy for what truly matters. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the art of saying no. If this resonated with you, smash that like button and subscribe for more powerful content to help you take control of your life.